There are also certifications that are recognized around the world. These exams can be taken in over 100 different countries, and there are many different languages to choose from. If you found your way to this Network Plus training course, you may already be familiar with myself and the training courses that we provide here at Messer Studios. Personally, I have been in information technology over 30 years with jobs that range anywhere from supercomputer operations through systems engineering, network analysis, network troubleshooting, and finally, cybersecurity engineering. If you're looking for someone who is well-versed in the intricacies of the technology, the industry, and what employers might be looking for, then you've come to the right place. If you look at our video course, you'll notice that there are a lot of individual videos, but those videos tend to be less than 10 minutes apiece. That way you can find exactly what you're looking to learn, focus in on those individual topics, and then if you need to watch some more, you have another 10 minutes available. Or you can stop right there and step back into your studies at any time. Our goal is to create a video series that is the highest quality possible. This means that we focus on providing you with content that's valuable, focused on the exam objectives, and gives you exactly what you need to know to pass your exam. Our goal is to give you the skills and knowledge that you need to get your first job in information technology or to move up within IT to get an even better job. If you're watching this online, then you've probably noticed that there was no registration, nothing's hidden behind a paywall, and that our entire course is available for you to watch online for free. So your natural question might be, what's the catch? Is there something that we have to do to be able to gain access to this information? And the simple answer is no. Everything is available for you to watch online for free with no limitations at all. If you want a version of this course that's available offline, we have downloadable versions that you can purchase, and we also have other supporting materials that might help you throughout your studies, including our course notes, discounted vouchers, and much more. If you want to find out more about exactly what's available, all of it is on our website. Simply visit ProfessorMesser.com. We never remove our training videos from YouTube, so you can go back a number of years to find different versions of our Network Plus course available. So how do you know if the Network Plus course you're watching right now is the latest version? Well, the N10009, which is the version of the exam that this series is based on, was released on June the 20th of 2024. We know that CompTIA tends to keep these courses available for about 3.5 years. That means that this series of the Network Plus exam would probably retire somewhere around the end of 2027. So if you're watching this video within that time frame, then you're probably watching the right version associated with the N10009 exam. But of course, the CompTIA website is the best place to go to determine what the latest version of the exam might be. So if you have any questions about which exam version you should be watching or which video series applies to you, make sure you check the CompTIA website. To earn your Network Plus certification, you need to pass a single exam. This exam is a 90-minute exam, and you get a maximum of 90 questions. You might get fewer than 90 questions on your exam. The passing score you're looking for is a 720, and this is on a scale between 100 and 900. The exam itself consists of 5 different domains. Domain 1 is networking concepts, and that consists of 23% of the exam. Domain 2 is network implementation at 20%. Domain 3 is network operations at 19%. Domain 4 is network security at 14%. And Domain 5 is network troubleshooting at 24% of the exam. If you're following along with our video series, I would highly recommend that you also download a free resource from the CompTIA website called the CompTIA Network Plus Certification Objectives. This is a set of exam objectives that will tell you everything you need to know before you walk in to take that exam. You can find a link to these objectives from the Professor Messer website at professormesser.com/objectives. All of the videos in this course follow these objectives in the objective order, so it should be relatively easy to find exactly what you're looking for during your studies. I would also recommend that you get a good book on Network Plus, and we have recommendations on our site that can help you with your studies. There are also many people that are studying for their A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, and other certifications, and you can talk with them directly on our Discord at professormesser.com/Discord. There are a lot of people studying for their Network Plus exam, and on our Discord, you can start or attend any ad hoc study session at any time. We also have other resources that can help you with your Network Plus journey. You can find those available on our website at professormesser.com/netplus-resources. So now you've got all the training materials you need to be successful with your Network Plus studies. We have our entire course available on our website for you to watch at any time. We also have our 24/7 Discord chat. We also include monthly live study groups. So if you'd like to join us for some interactive Q&A and your chance to ask any question that you would like in our after show, you can find those available on YouTube as a replay at professormesser.com/YouTube. And if you check our calendar on our website, you can join those sessions live. Now you've got everything you need to be successful with your Network Plus studies. Our video course, additional resources on our website, an entire community of people that are studying to get their certifications, and so much more is available on our website. Visit professormesser.com and join us in the next video as we begin your process through your Network Plus certification. Best of luck with your studies, and we'll see you in the next video.
So, here's where you're wrong. Job done. Die, insert. Prepare yourselves for the ultimate test.
We'll start our Network Plus course with a broad discussion of something we refer to as the OSI model. This is referring to the Open Systems Interconnection Reference Model, and it's a model we use in IT to describe the process that data takes as it traverses our networks. The OSI model is not designed to be a detailed description of this data, but instead is intended to describe a broad overview of how data traverses our systems. We're also not describing the OSI protocol suite. Indeed, most of the protocols we use today are based on TCP/IP. But the OSI model is one that we can apply to many different protocols, and it works perfectly with the TCP/IP protocols that we use today. Also keep in mind that there are many different protocols that might operate at an individual layer of the OSI model. So as we step through an individual layer, keep in mind there might be tens or even hundreds of protocols that might exist and work at that particular layer. By understanding this OSI model, we can converse with other people in information technologies in a way that we would all understand. It doesn't matter if they're working inside of your own company or with a different organization. When you mention OSI Layer 7 or OSI Layer 4, everyone understands what that means and what effect it has on the overall operation of the network. If we start at the top of the OSI layer or OSI Layer 7 and work our way down to OSI Layer 1, we have Layer 7 being the application layer. Layer 6 is the presentation layer. Layer 5 is the session layer. Layer 4 is transport. Layer 3 is network. Layer 2 is the data link layer. And Layer 1 is the physical layer. There are many different mnemonics that people use to memorize this, but if you start at the top and work your way down, you can take the first letter of each one of these layers, and you might have a term such as all people seem to need data processing. That's application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. Let's start our conversation of the OSI model at the bottom of the OSI model, or Layer 1. We refer to this as the physical layer because it's describing the physical signals that we send through the cable and fibers on our network. At this layer, we really don't have many protocols to speak of because we're really just talking about getting a signal from one part of the network to another. When we refer to a physical layer problem with the network, we are referring to the OSI Layer 1 physical layer. This means that we might have a bad cable, a bad fiber, there might be interference on a wireless network, and it may require us to do a series of tests to determine if we are really able to get a signal across this particular wire or this particular fiber so that we can keep this network running. A lot of the troubleshooting that you do at Layer 1 is running loopback tests, testing cables and fibers, and checking different adapter cards and other devices to make sure they're working properly on the network. One step up from the physical layer is Layer 2, the data link layer. This is the fundamental layer that's used to communicate between two devices on the network. We often refer to this as the MAC address layer because that is the data link control layer, or DLC layer, that is commonly associated with the network cards that are in our devices. And most of the time, these are Ethernet adapters or wireless adapters, and we refer to that physical address on that device as the data link control address, or the MAC address. In this case, MAC address is not referring to an operating system, it's referring to the media access control address. So anytime you hear someone talk about a MAC address, they are referring to the hardware address of that particular adapter card. Since the network switches that we use on our network determine how to forward traffic based on the destination MAC address, this is a layer that we often refer to as the switching layer. So anytime we're referring to a MAC address, a problem with a switch being able to operate, or anything else that may be associated with this particular hardware address, we're referring to OSI Layer 2, the data link layer. The next layer up is OSI Layer 3, or the network layer. We often refer to this as the routing layer because this is the layer that routers use to determine how to forward traffic. And they are specifically looking at the destination IP address in order to determine what the next hop might be for traffic traversing the network. This is all